Hello everyone. During our synchronous meeting, I already discussed to you class the basic concept of MS Excel. So in this video, I am going to discuss the concept of complex formula. So what is the difference nga ba ng simple formula and complex formula? In a simple formula class is a mathematical expression with one operator. Let's say for example, 7 plus 9. As you can see, isang operator lang yung ginamit natin dyan, which is the addition. A complex formula naman class has more than one mathematical operator. Let's say for example, 5 plus 2 times 8. As you can see, gumamit tayo ng dalawang operators, yung addition at saka yung multiplication. So, when there is more than one operation in a formula, I repeat, ang tawag doon ay complex formula. So, the order of operations class tells Excel which operations to calculate first. And in order to use Excel to calculate complex formulas, you need class to understand the order of operations. So, Excel calculates formulas based on the following order of operations. So, operations are enclosed in parentheses. And then, meron siyang exponential calculations. Tapos, yung multiplication and division. And then we have the addition and subtraction. In short, dito sa Excel, ginagamit din class yung concept ng PEMDAS. Let's say for example class, as you can see, this formula looks complicated. And we can use the order of operations, the step-by-step order of operations to find the right answer. So, una, we need to calculate anything inside the parentheses. In this case, there's only one thing we need to calculate, yung 6 minus 3. So, the answer dyan is 3. Right? So, pag sinulat natin uli mamaya yung formula, ang ipapalit na natin, isa-substitute na natin dyan ay yung answer niya na 3. So, 10 plus 3 divided by 2 exponent of 2 times 4 minus 1. So, ito po yung kanina, yung sagot nung kinuha natin dito sa loob ng nakalagay na operation sa loob ng parentheses. So, as you can see, the formula already looks simpler. So, next, we'll look to see if there are any exponents na nandun sa formula. So, as you can see, there's 1, yung 2, exponent of 2. Ito po yun, class. So, 2 exponent of 2, the answer is 4. Let's see. So, next, we'll solve any multiplication and division naman, working from left to right. So, in this case, because the division operation comes before the multiplication, it is calculated first. So, ang sagot is 3 divided by 4. Ang magiging answer natin dyan ay 0.75. Saan natin class nakuha yung 4? Dito po natin yan kanina nakuha dun sa may exponent. Okay? Now, we'll solve our remaining multiplication operation. So, ito yung 0.75, 10 plus 0.75 times 4 minus 1. So, 0.75 times 4, the answer is 3. So let's see. Next, we will going to calculate any addition or subtraction naman. Again, working from left to right. So in this case, addition comes first. So ang gagawin natin is 10 plus 3. The answer is 13. So ilalagay natin dyan, 13 minus 1. Ang the answer ay 12. So ito po yung ating hinahanap na sagot. So ang naging remaining operation na lang kasi ay yung subtraction na, which is 13 minus 1. So the answer is 12. Ganyan din siya, class, babasahin ng Excel. This is the exact same result you would get if you enter the formula into Excel. So how are we going to create a complex formula pag Excel na yung gamit natin? So in the given example, class, we will demonstrate how Excel solves a complex formula using the order of operations. Here, class, we want to calculate the cost of sales tax. Itong sales tax natin for a catering invoice. Okay? To do this, anong gagawin natin? We need to write the formula. Ito po yung formula natin na ginamit. So, nakalagay dyan kay D4, ang nakalagay po na formula ay equal. So, wag natin kakalimutang ilagay lagi yung equal sign kasi yan yung nagde-determine na yung ini-enter natin na data ay formula. So, equal, open and close parentheses, to separate yung first operation sa second operation. So, D2 plus D3 times 0.075. So, this formula, class, will add the prices of our items together and then multiply that value by the 7.5% na tax rate, which is written as, ito po yun, 0.075. To calculate, class, yung cost of sales tax. So, kung makikita nyo, nasa formula bar po natin yan. Kung ano yung in-enter natin dito sa cell na D4, nakikita po yan sa ating formula bar. Okay? So, pag in-enter natin, class, yung formula na to, ito po yung makukuha natin na sagot. $6.36 po yung tax niya. Okay? So, it is especially important, class, to enter a complex formula with the correct order of operations. Otherwise, ang mangyayari niyan, Excel will not calculate the result accurately. In our example kanina, class, ito po, yung formula. If the parentheses are not included, kung hindi natin nilagay itong open and close parentheses na to, the multiplication, class, yung multiplication is calculated first. And the result, syempre, ay magiging mali. So, parentheses are the best way to define which calculations will be performed first in Excel. Okay? So, there are two types of cell references in Excel, class. We have the relative and the absolute. Relative references change when a formula is copied to one another cell, while absolute references remain constant. So, alam ko na nabanggit ko na to during our synchronous meeting. Pero mas i-emphasize natin siya ngayon dito sa ating video. So, this is the example of relative references. Unang gagawin natin is, of course, we will going to enter the formula to calculate the desired value. In our example class, we'll type equal B2 times C2. Once we press the enter in our keyboard, the formula will be calculated and the result will be displayed in the cell. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is we will going to locate, ito yung fill handle po. We will going to locate the fill handle in the bottom right corner of the desired cell. In our example, we're going to locate the fill handle for cell D2. Kasi dyan natin in-enter yung formula natin. Next is, we will going to click and hold, and then we will going to drag the fill handle to copy the formula to the adjacent cells. So, sa simpleng paraan na yun, class, ibig sabihin nun ay makokopya na natin kung ano yung formula nilagay natin kay D2, makokopya na yan hanggang kay D3 papunta kay D12. Okay? So, i-release lang natin yung mouse, then the formula will be copied to the selected cells using yung tinatawag natin na concept nga ng relative references. And the values containing ng mga cells na yon will be calculated in each cell. So, next is the absolute references. Like what I said kanina, class, yung absolute references, constant lagi yung formula, hindi siya magbabago. Depende kung saan mo nilagay yung dollar sign. Malalaman mo, class, na yung formula ay absolute kung at ginamitan ng concept na absolute references kung may nakalagay na dollar sign po. In this case, nilagay yung dollar sign dun sa column, sa unahan, column, and then nilagay din yung dollar sign sa row. Ibig sabihin nun, kung ano man yung nakalagay sa column and row na yon na value or na formula, hindi siya magbabago. And then, ito naman, ang nilagay naman siya sa yung row, ay yung dollar sign naman ay nakalagay sa row. So, the row does not change when copied naman. Ito naman, class, nilagay naman siya sa unahan. So, ibig sabihin yung column lang. So, yung column naman na yun ang hindi magbabago when copied. Here in our example class, we will going to use the 7.5, ito, 7.5 sales tax rate in cell E1. So, ibig sabihin yung value na 7.5 ay nakalagay kay E1. So, to calculate the sales tax for all items in column D, so para makalculate natin yung sales tax dito, class, ng lahat ng items na yan, we'll need to use the absolute cell reference. So, absolute cell reference yung gagamitin natin in our formula. Because each formula is using the same tax rate and we want that reference to remain constant when the formula is copied and filled to other cells in column D. So, ang gagamitin natin na formula ay ito po. Ito yung absolute formula natin. So, ilalagay natin equal B3. Ito yung ating B3. times C3. Ito naman yung ating C3 times yung ating absolute swell reference na E1. Ano yung value ng E1? 7.5%. So, kasi lahat ng yan, lalagyan natin sila ng pare-parehong sales tax. Pare-parehong sales tax na 7.5%. So, kailangan maging absolute siya. Hindi siya magbabago kahit na ikopyahin natin siya sa ibang cell. So, once na in-enter natin yung formula to calculate the desired value dun sa ating example, syempre ita-type natin yung equal B3 times C3 times E1. So, after nun, ipipress natin uli yung enter dun sa keyboard natin, and then the formula will calculate the result and will display in the cell. So, eto class, 3.36 ang ibig sabihin ng sales tax nito. Ngayon, pag kinlik natin yan, and then idinrag natin siya, automatic, kung ano yung sales tax ng simula sa C4 hanggang sa C13 ay mako-compute na niya. So, once na nilocate natin siya, okay? Nilocate natin yung fill handle na to in the bottom right corner ng desired cell. Tapos, kinlik, hold and drag natin siya. Simula kay D4 hanggang kay D13, lalabas na po yung kanyang sales tax na automatic na pare-pareho yung percentage, which is 7.5%. Okay. Next class is yung tinatawag naman natin na function. So, nabanggit ko na rin to during our synchronous meeting. Function is a predefined formula that performs calculations using specific values in a particular order. So, sa Excel, meron tayong mga ginagamit na functions dyan. We have sum, average, count, max value, at saka yung mean value. Yun yung mga pangkaraniwang functions na ginagamit natin sa Excel. Mga predefined formula sila. Ibig sabihin, hindi nyo na kinakailangan i-enter yung formula. I-click nyo na lang yung name ng function na yan, and then sila, kung ano yung formula na nakalagay sila sa kanila, yun yung ma-perform. Okay? So, in order to work correctly, a function class must be written a specific way, which is called the syntax. Ito, syntax po yung tawag natin dyan. The basic syntax for a function is syempre, yung equal sign, and then the function name, ito yung function name, and the arguments. So, here, meron tayong isang arguments. Arguments class contain the information you want to calculate. So, the function in the example class natin ay i-add niya yung values of the cell range from A1 to A20. Okay? So, like what I said, ito yung mga examples ng functions. Meron tayong sum, average, count, maximum, at saka minimum. So, paano ba natin gagamitin yung si count? Si count class, it is the most used functions in Excel. So, you can count and sum based on one criteria or multiple criteria. So, ang ginagawa nito class is kinakount niya yung number of cells that contain numbers. So, in our example, nilagay natin equal, count, tapos simula sa A1, ito si A, si 1, hanggang kay A5. Ika-count niya lang kung yung value na nandyan. Ilan yung nakalagay diyan sa ano. Hindi pa sum ha, yung numbers lang. So, ibig sabihin, merong 5 na numbers na nakalagay diyan. Ang ibibigay niya sa iyo ay 5. Okay? So, ito naman class, gumamit na, ang ano naman nito ay may count if na. So, ibig sabihin, ginagamitan mo na siya ng condition. May condition na siya. So, halimbawa, count equal, count if, A1 hanggang sa A5. So, ang value ng A1 hanggang A5 ay 10, 1, 7, 20, 30. Ngayon, ang condition na nalagay natin ay greater than 9. So, kung yung mga values daw na nakalagay dyan ay greater than 9, yun lang yung kanyang ika-count. So, dito tayo sa A1. What is the value of A1? The value of A1 is 10. Is 10 greater than 9? True. So, ibig sabihin, meron na tayong isang count dyan. And then, we have the 1. Dito naman tayo sa A2. So, ang value ng A2 ay 1. Is 1 greater than 9? False. So, hindi natin siya ika-count. And then, sa 3, A3. A greater, 7 greater than 9. True or false? False. Hindi rin natin siya ika-count. And then, we have the 20 sa A4. 20 greater than 9. True. So, ika-count uli natin siya. And then, last, yung sa A5, 3 greater than 9. False. So, ibig sabihin, ilang count meron tayo? Meron tayong dalawang 2 counts. So, ang ilalagay niya dyan ay 2. So, ulitin ko, sa count if, meron na siyang condition na hinahanap. Okay? Meron din tayo class tinatawag na count ifs naman. So, yun kanina kasi count if, isang criteria lang or isang condition yung hinahanap. Pero dito sa count ifs, meron na tayong multiple criteria. So, dito sa ating formula, ang criteria natin dito ay yung color na green, tapos greater than 9. So, ibig sabihin, ang ika-count lang dyan na value ay yung kulay ay green, tapos greater than 9. As you can see, dito sa A1, color red siya. So, X na agad yan. Greater than 9 nga siya, yung 10. Pero, hindi naman siya color green. Dito naman sa A2, green nga siya. Check yan. Pero, hindi naman siya greater than 9. So, X pa rin siya. Dito naman sa 3, red siya. So, X yan. Dito sa 4, A4 naman, color green yung condition. So, tama. And then, 20 greater than 9. So, tama din. So, meron na tayong 1 count dyan. Sa A5 naman, color red siya. So, false uli yan. So, meron lang tayong 1 na count. Okay? Next naman is yung tinatawag natin na sum if. So, meron siyang condition. Meron din siyang condition na hinahanap. So, nakalagay dyan equal sum if B1. So, ito yung value ng B1. 10, B2, 1, B3, 7, B4, 20, and B5 ay 3. So, ang criteria niyang hinahanap ay greater than 9. So, kung greater than 9 yung value sa cell na yun, yun lang yung kukunin niya yung sum. Okay? So, dito kasi, ang greater than 9 lang dito sa mga values na nakalagay sa cells na B1 to B5 ay 10 at saka 20. So, ang answer natin dyan ay 30. Next is, sum if pa rin, pero, meron siyang 3 arguments. So, ito yung A1 to A5. Ito po yun. Andito yung mga colors. Tapos, ang hinahanap niya ay color green. So, ibig sabihin, yung green lang yung kanyang i-compute. Okay? Tapos, B1 to B5, ito naman yung hawak nito, yung kanyang i-compute na value. Hinahanap niya ay yung color green na kulay. Tapos, pag color green yung color na yon na hawak nung cell, yun yung kukunin niya at yun yung kanyang i-compute. In this case, dalawa yung may green, si B2 at saka si B4. So, ang value ng B2 ay 1, ang value ni B4 ay 20. So, meron tayong 21. Reminder pala class, pag 2 or more arguments na yung nakalagay sa loob ng inyong statement or 2 or more conditions na, dapat separated by comma po. May kuwit na siya dapat. Okay? At paalala rin na pag word yung ginagamit nyo, dapat meron siyang yung double quote. Naka-double quote siya para malaman na yun po ay word. Okay? Dito naman, some ifs. So, ibig sabihin nun, meron tayong multiple criteria na ginagamit dito. So, ano bang hinahanap? Pag circle daw at saka pag color red, yun lang yung i-compute. So, ang may circle lang dyan ay si A1 tsaka si A3. Tapos, color red, tama ba? Red ay si B1 at si B3. So, ibig sabihin, yung value lang nila na 10 at saka 7, yun lang yung i-compute. Kaya ang lumabas ay 17. So, arguments class can refer to both individual cells and cell ranges and must be enclosed with parentheses. So, katulad nga nung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, na kinakailangan, importante na nasa-separate natin yung mga arguments sa open and close parentheses at saka dun sa kung multiple arguments na yung nakalagay doon sa statement nyo, kinakailangan na meron siyang comma. So, for example class, the function equal average B1 to B9 would calculate the average of the values in the range B1 to B9. So, this function class contains only one argument, okay, which is yung B1 hanggang B9. Okay? So, eto naman class, multiple arguments na yung meron dyan. So, katulad ng sinabi ko, multiple arguments must be separated by a comma. For example class, the function equals sum A1 to A3, tapos comma, C1 to C2, and then comma ulit, tapos E1. So, ibig sabihin, kukunin niya yung sum na nasa A1 to A3, C1 to C2, at saka yung sa E. So, ganyan po class yung pagde-declare ng multiple arguments sa loob ng Excel. So, pag mag-create tayo ng basic function, like what I said, itatype lang muna natin yung function name. So, automatic lalabas na yung mga yung mga suggested functions dyan. Tapos, yung range ng cell na gusto mong i-compute. Ulitin ko, you need to type the equal sign and enter the desired function, equal sign, ito po yung equal sign, and then the desired function name, and then you can select the desired function from the list na suggested, ito po yun, that will appear dun sa baba ng cell mo. So, in our example, we'll type equal, tapos average. Tapos, i-highlight lang natin siya once we enter the cell range for the arguments inside the parentheses. So, in our example, we'll type C3 to C10. So, this formula will add the values of cells C3 to C10 and then divide the value by the total number of cells in the range to determine the average. Once we press enter sa keyboard, lalabas na ngayon yung answer niya. Okay? Next is the if function. So, itong if function can look at a value in a cell to see if it meets a basic condition. Meron din siyang condition na ginagamit. So, ito yung syntax na ginagamit dyan. If condition, then value kung true, and value naman na false. So, let's say for example, if si G2 daw, ito yung G2, is greater than or equal to 50, magkakaroon daw ng free na gift. So, is G2 greater than or equal to 50? What is the value of G2? The value of G2 is 52. Is 52 greater than or equal to 50? True or false? Pag true yan, ibig sabihin, ay magkakaroon daw siya ng free na gift. Another example, 42 is G2, 42 na yung value niya, di ba? Is 42 greater than or equal to 50? Pag false naman, wala siyang makukuha na gift. So, yun po naman yung tinatawag natin na if function. So, I hope may natutunan po kayo class dito sa ating video. And sa susunod naman, meron na naman tayong panibagong topic. So, yun lamang po class. Hanggang dito lang po muna tayo sa if function. Okay, bye!